I had a lot of issues, and I started to read. I had a lot of emotional pain. I didn't know what to do with it. Fears, stuff I didn't even know where it came from, and I started to read about it and his method of how to observe the pain body when it comes up. And I was like, what if Eckhart Tolle, what if I could do the power of now on steroids? Because it wasn't going that fast. I wasn't healing that fast, and in fact, I wasn't really healing at all on his method. And maybe it just wasn't right for me, but it did make me aware of stuff, so I liked it. But what if it was on steroids? Like, it was just like super healing. I'm talking about Eckhart Tolle on steroids. And not Mother Teresa, that's too much. Come on, get back. Okay. Eckhart Tolle on steroids. What does that mean? Well, first he talks about, dealing with the pain body. Liberating yourself from the pain body. And the pain body he's talking about is the emotional pain body. It's not a physical thing. And he also talks about the observer, and you are the observer within, and everything else in your reality is pretty much, fake. And you just observe. And you have this pain body. I don't really like that picture because that's like points. And that's points on fire. It's not points, it's emotional. So let's start over. There we go. Now, when you have these emotions, you could feel pretty down. You could feel like literally in emotional pain, and like you're drowning. So let's get back to. So you got to observe this stuff, and what happens when you observe it, you kind of separate yourself from it a little bit. Now, on Eckhart Tolle's version, it doesn't really work. It didn't work for me, but it made me aware of stuff. It kind of opened me up a little bit, but it wasn't fast enough. I'm an impatient guy. I need to heal. I need to get rid of my issues. I need to start living life. And if you're impatient, but you want to work hard, this is the method for you. Eckhart Tolle on steroids. So that's the observer on steroids. Okay, we're back to the observer on steroids. Now, how do you do that? Well, let's talk about what you're observing right now. Because Eckhart Tolle, he's pretty good at talking about it, but the truth is that he didn't have to do this. His thing is that he just had an awakening and it happened for him. So it's kind of hard for him to teach us how to do it. And so I had to learn the hard way, just trial and error. All of your issues, all of your emotional issues are coming from your subconscious mind. Which ones are driving you? There's different ones, but the subconscious is huge. And you can make it conscious. You can be aware of it as the observer, or as even just whoever you are. You can be aware of your issues, and you're aware of your subconscious mind. And your emotions. So where do these subconscious issues come from? Well, they could be past lives. I haven't really noticed that for me, but I hear a lot about it, and I believe it. Past lives will really wreck your life if they have some traumas that happened to you in your past lives, traumatic experiences. You could also be very talented at certain things because of past lives, people in past lives that had amazing skills. And I believe that too. So it goes both ways. It's not a bad thing. It could be good or bad. For me, it could be for you, but for me, it was ancestral. There's a lot of issues in our ancestry that just kept getting passed down because they didn't heal themselves. If you don't heal your emotional pain body, it just gets generational passed down. It's pretty awful. But you have the chance to heal your whole ancestry. Your ancestral line and yourself, and whoever's alive, siblings, father, parents, or whatever, will also reap the benefits for the most part. It could also be just childhood traumas. I had that too. Stuff that when things happen, you mentally lock in that this means this, and this is how it affects me, and emotionally it just goes crazy sometimes. And if you didn't cry it out, didn't feel the pain and all that stuff, it's going to be there. So, all of that combined is, your past, present, future. It's in one thing. There's no such thing as a past. There's no such thing as a future. It's just now. So you have your past lives, your ancestries, your childhood traumas, your current, issues that are just getting worse, all in one. And you're just in the moment, walking around. So the answer is Eckhart Tolle on steroids. Eckhart Tolle on steroids. This is how you do it, okay? As an observer, you're observing your emotions when they come up, right? Per Eckhart Tolle. So if someone says something to you that offends you and you emotionally kind of get upset about that, that's something to focus on and go observe that and go, why? And think about it too. Like, why am I getting upset at this? When you have that, you observe that in your moment. That's Eckhart Tolle's method. To bring it to the steroids level, to bring it into the fast healing level, you got to visualize. And that's the key. So throughout your day, when you observe something in you that's emotionally not like that troubles you, you observe it in the moment, blah, 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 blah. Read Eckhart Tolle for that method. Then you come home. And at night or in the day, or you can do it in your car, whatever. Just don't drive because you can get lightheaded. And you observe and you close your eyes and you replay that happening to you, whatever offended you. That person saying this happening to you, this happening to you. You replay it in your visualization, which is the exact same as memories, which just replay the memories. So first you start with visualizing what happened to you. As you're replaying it in your memories and you're observing it in your memories, emotions are going to come up and you got to let them live now. You got to let them feel. If you feel like crying, if you feel like yelling into a pillow because you don't want your neighbors hearing or your roommates or family or whatever, you got to feel those feelings as deep as possible while observing it, the memories, okay? And what will happen is the emotions will start to come up and they'll start to process, they'll start to be in your head, and then they'll leave. And you're totally releasing your emotional issues forever. Little by little, though. It's like peeling an onion. You're going to peel a little bit away, and then you have deeper issues that you didn't think you had, or you didn't know was in your subconscious mind. So that's just a starter course on this. I'll talk about this more, but you gotta do what I just said, basically, if that works for you. And that's Eckhart Tolle on steroids.
Hi, subscribe to my channel now for more videos like this and not like this, and some videos stupider than this but sometimes more mature videos than this but not likely, so don't hold your breath. Anyways, subscribe now.